Every marriage has 3 rings. The engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the bickering. We're here to settle the fights that don't matter and have no winner. It's the 3 Rings Podcast with another new argument.
Welcome to another edition of the 3 Rings Podcast. My name is Professor Phil. I will be your host for the evening, joined on the other side of the table, my lovely wife, Lauren. Hello.
Hi. It's kind of started out creepy.
It was supposed to be like one of those like boring lecture ones. Like,
for some reason, the tone just came across as kind of creepy.
hello there.
No,
Welcome to
like
our
this.
podcast.
I gotta go. Bye.
Things are creepy.
Oh.
Sorry. I was trying to be funny and I creeped you out. It's like 90% of our relationship, I think.
Yeah, a little bit. But
sorry about
Phil,
that.
do you know what people fight about in relationships more than anything else?
Sex.
No. Try again.
Which way the toilet paper goes.
No.
I think everybody does.
But no, what do they fight about the most? What is the most frequently cited disagreement when people are getting divorced?
Kids.
No.
Oh no, it's
You
stay
give up?
together for the kids. That's
Yeah.
right.
Do you give up?
I will give up.
It's money.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So, what are we here to talk about today?
Kids.
No.
Oh. I'm not doing great this
No,
week.
you're not.
So we're here to talk about money.
We're here to talk about money.
Money.
We're going to do a money rapid fire because we do not want to delve too deeply into this subject.
Yeah, and also a lot of the things that we were coming up with about things that you're fighting about when it comes to money, I don't think we could really make a whole show dedicated to like one of the topics. It's
No.
more so like, you know, like this is like, okay, I'm going to pick this or I'm going to pick this. And
Right.
like that's like, and I think a lot of these things are going to differ person to person too.
Yeah.
Because with money, everything is kind of, you know, it's based
Again,
on your experience and based on how much you got.
Right, yeah. And we figured out a way that works for us, but it's not what everybody would pick. But everybody else isn't here, so we're here to tell you what we think about it.
Yeah. So, you know, buckle up and throw some dollar bills at us, please. 'Cause
Please.
I'm here to put on a fucking show.
We need money.
Yeah.
We need the money.
Need the monies. So so we'll start with question number 1 in our money rapid fire episode of the week. Question number 1 for you, my lovely wife. What amount of money can you spend without telling your partner?
So I think this is going to depend on, again, like how much money you make, how much, what you budget for. But I think, have an agreement between us is that if we're going to spend more than $100, you
Yep.
just have to run it past the other person.
Now, here's my thing. I'm on board with that. Like
Yeah.
$100. I'm okay with that for like fun money.
Okay.
Like fun money things. It's like, you know, if I wanted to buy a new pair of headphones
Right.
and, you know, I mean,
But not
you look at
necessarily
headphones
like
like
groceries.
Yeah,
No, we don't
like-
do that.
yeah, like if it's groceries, like things that you need, like
This is
you
like
know,
fun
that's
money or
different.
special purchases.
Yeah. So like if I wanted to buy a new pair of headphones, like, you know, a decent pair of headphones is going to cost you more than $100. Like I will run that past you. It'd be like, hey, like I want to buy this. I can get it for this amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
And then the conversation starts from there. But if I'm going to go and like, you know, or like you need to go grocery shopping,
Right.
or like, you know, need to get repairs made on the car.
Right,
Like,
right.
Some things are just going to be more expensive than that. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's where a lot of people differ. But when it comes to fun money, I think $100 is fair.
Yeah, I think so too. Because, and like, it's funny because I've talked about this with other people before, and I've gotten shit for it because they were like, oh, you have to ask your husband permission if you want to spend like money. And I'm like, no, it's not asking permission. It's
Being
like,
respectful.
yeah, it's being respectful, and it's like realizing that 2 heads are better than one. Like you might
Yeah.
remember like, oh, we have ABC expense coming up
Yeah.
So maybe not right now. Maybe we should wait a couple months and then we can do it, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, anything. Or it could be like, this is the fourth fun money purchase over $100 you've spent in 4 days. Like,
right, yeah, right. Like cool it.
If you're spending $100 a day as opposed to like, one time you're spending like
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I always think that's better, but $100 is a good.
I think it's fair.
Yeah, because
For a young couple who's not making a ton of dough.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I think so, at least.
Okay. All right. Next question. Is it important to budget?
Yes.
Yes.
100% it is. Here's my thing. You do a fantastic job of budgeting things for us. I have seen the spreadsheets. You keep track of everything.
I love a spreadsheet.
Yes, we all know that you do. We all know your love for spreadsheets. But you do a fantastic job of budgeting, so I don't.
Well, we sit down and we talk about it together.
I have a general idea of how much is coming in versus how much is coming out and where it is. I don't particularly go about my day thinking about like, okay, well, we're spending this much over here, so like I might have to change what I'm going to do this week. I might have to get this like next week instead of this. Like, I don't actively in my head budget.
Not a huge spender though.
No,
you're not really a spender, so I think that's fairly normal. But it is, I mean, just as like a roadmap on where things are going, it's important to have a budget. You need a budget.
And I think that matters for, no matter how much money you make.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, I think it matters more. Fuck it, I'm going to go for it. I don't know.
Okay, go for it.
Good or bad, I don't know. I think it matters more the less that you have.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're raking in, like, tons of cash, like, it matters slightly less,
Yeah. But I think the less you're making, the more important it is for you to budget everything.
Well, because every dollar counts more. You know what I mean? Like, you have to stretch it a little farther. So, yes, we think that it is important to budget.
All right.
Okay.
Question number 3 in our Money Rapid Fire edition. Would you rather spend money to cook at home or to eat out?
I know it's better to cook at home, but this is like where we both like to we enjoy eating out. Like that's, I would say that's like one of our hobbies almost, is to go out and try new restaurants and try new foods and that kind of thing. Again, we budget for that. Mm-hmm. It's probably the one area where we tend to...
we definitely go over budget every single time.
It's like the hardest sticking point. It's the hardest budget line item that we have, but we enjoy it. So, I mean...
Yeah, so sometimes our fun money gets distributed.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Towards that. But I think it differs person to person, obviously.
If we had kids, we'd probably eat at home more often just because it's easier.
Yeah, says one person. So I know that with my cousin, with Eric and Karen, like they spend more money eating out or like ordering or anything like that than they do cooking, and that's just how they've been.
Yeah.
But they budget for that. Like, so they know that they're going to do that, so they make sure that they're saving enough to do that. Yeah,
so my answer is it doesn't matter as long as you've budgeted for whatever it is that you like to do.
That's a cop-out. That's not what the question is. The question is, would you rather spend money to cook at home or to eat out?
I'd rather spend money to eat out.
I 100% would rather eat out.
I love to eat out.
I love going out to eat. I love getting food delivered to my door, too.
Yeah, Phil loves DoorDash, Postmates, Grubhub.
I love it.
It's just fun. I think it's fun to try new stuff.
To the point where, I recognize the Jets drivers. And
that's true. And one of the guys knows Phil now, by name.
And it was I don't know. I don't even know if I told you this. So this was when you went back to Michigan. Uh-huh. And you were gone for a while, and it was just me and Leia. and I ordered pizza the first night that you were gone because I am hopeless. I was like, I'm just gonna order what we normally get, and I'll have leftovers. So I ordered pizza, and my favorite driver delivered. And we're chatting as he's getting things out, and he hears Leia barking, and he's like, "Do you guys have big plans?" And I was like, "Well, it's just me tonight." He's like, "Oh, no wife tonight?" I was like, "No, she went out of town, so it's just me." He's like, "Oh well, like I'm sorry, but enjoy your pizza. It'll cheer you up." So like I've developed a bond with delivery drivers. That's how much I like it more than cooking at home.
Yeah. To be fair, we've got a pretty sweet deal with the Jets people though, because of our apartment complex. They've they've worked out some sort of deal where we get like 50% off on Mondays or 40% off on Mondays.
Well, now through this whole pandemic and everything, we actually get 30% off at Jets anytime.
Oh wow.
And free delivery.
Okay, well.
So we're going to get fat. I look forward to it. I'm excited for more Jets in my life.
This one is a biggie. So, should you have separate bank accounts?
In the sense of, like...
I have my money, you have your money.
Oh, no. No, I'm not down with that.
No, I don't like that either.
You can have separate bank accounts if you have like different banks or anything like that, but
yeah, I mean, we have a few accounts at a few banks, and some of them have your name on them, some of them have I think all of them have your name on them.
All of them have my name on them.
Some of them have my name on them too.
Mm-hmm. I think there's only one that you're not on.
Right. But I mean, it's okay, and it's okay to like have different pools of money, different places, but both people should have access. At least in my opinion, this is what works for us.
We're both, thankfully, we were both on the same page, and again, like whatever works for you, do that. That is highly encouraged.
I will say though that a lot of, because I've worked in finance for a few years, and a lot of financial advisors recommend to married couples that you have joint bank accounts, just because for the mere fact of like two heads are better than one. Having two sets of eyes on things is always going to work out better than having this is my money, this is, and plus it also, I think they say too that it creates more of a team mentality.
Yeah, that separation of like,
this is my stuff and this is your stuff.
I got paid this much, you got paid this much, so like I can spend this much to do whatever I want with, you can spend this much to do whatever you want with. Like that, I feel like that's not great, but if it works for you,
I guess,
and you're happy, go for it.
It would not work for us. I would not like that.
And we figured that out, from the very start.
I think we had a joint bank account before we even got married, while we were still living together.
Yeah.
That we used to pay our rent, that we used to pay utilities.
Yeah, and and that's kind of the thing too. It's like, just because I make X amount and you make Y amount, especially if you're married, are you going to be like, okay, well, from your paycheck, like you got to pay half the rent?
Right. Yeah. Right.
Like, I mean, again, if it works for you, it works
unfair,
for you. But yeah, I mean, like if you're just pulling yeah, I mean, there are a lot of people that do have that mentality of like, it's like, well, I make twice as much as my partner does, and they're spending money, that they didn't make. It's like, well, that sounds like a different discussion.
Yeah, right.
That sounds like why are you spending so much money discussion as opposed to a we should have separate bank account.
Right.
Kind of thing. But again,
whatever,
if it works for you, it works for you.
I guess,
that's a frightening one.
Would you pay for something with just change if it's more than $5?
So I put this one.
I hate this question.
I put this one out here because I knew you were gonna hate it.
It makes me want to just the thought makes me want to sock somebody.
So,
are we talking about coins?
Coins.
No, God. If
You have 20 quarters in your hand.
If it costs more than $2, you shouldn't be paying for it with just change. Are you freaking kidding me? $5 worth of change?
You've never paid for like something at a gas station with just change?
No.
I definitely have.
Why?
Because that's what I had. Like I have a whole bunch of change that I'll put into
I would
the
use
cup
my
holder
credit
in my car
card first.
See, I wouldn't. I'd be like, I want to get rid of all of this change.
No, I hate that.
I used to do so. The way that I was doing things for a long time was I was spending $1.25 in change in the vending machine here at the office. And like it's like, okay, like I got a drink for the day and I don't have to deal with any fucking change. So, it was a win-win.
If it's a vending machine, go for it. But if you're having an interaction with a person,
see, here's the thing though. A vending machine, like at most, what you're gonna spend, $2. If it's food or drink or anything like that, you're probably gonna spend
unless you're
$2
like going buck wild and getting a ton of stuff.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
But if you have change, like, I guess a better way to phrase this question is, what is your limit for what you would pay in change?
$2.
$2 is your limit?
$2 is my limit.
You are wild.
I think it's rude to the person that you're...
How is it rude?
Because it's just like a hassle. It's such a hassle.
I mean, I'm not going to walk into a store with
or sit there and like count it and make sure that it's correct.
You have to do that with paper bills anyway, too.
Coins are germy and like
so is paper money.
It's gross.
And
I mean, I very rarely use paper money.
I'm aware. Like I'll use paper money when I need to.
I have
sometimes I do it just
money
because.
on me, but that's like about it.
Yeah, but like I'm not going to be the guy that walks into a place with fucking 500 pennies and it's like I want to buy this Red Bull with this.
I wouldn't I'm not gonna do that. For $5 worth of things in quarters.
I mean, I have definitely
20 quarters.
I have definitely paid. I think probably at least a few times I've paid over $5 with coins.
Oh my God. Who am I married to?
And it's a combination of like quarters, dimes, nickels.
I hate this so much.
Yeah. But I think
whoever he did that to out there on his behalf, I'm sorry. Like that.
Also, you're welcome for keeping your store making money and everything. I think that $5 is probably a safe limit to pay with change.
$2.
$2.
That's my limit. Okay.
I want to know what everybody else thinks about that. Like, what is your change limit in a store?
No more than $2.
You're wild.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this question. I'm gonna let you answer first. Okay, so for opposite sex partners, is it okay if the woman makes more money than the man?
Please. Way less pressure on me.
So you're
come
a
on,
resounding
sugar
yes.
mama, like come on, like make that money. Go for it. Who cares?
Yeah, I don't understand why you would care either.
I mean. For some people, like, is this some sort of like, spite to your masculinity?
Yeah, I think that some guys find it emasculating.
I don't.
I mean, I can't imagine what part of that would. There have been periods in our marriage, like not.
There were periods where you definitely were making more than I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not by a ton, but by enough to make a difference. Yeah.
I think I celebrated it.
Yes, you did. You were very happy.
Because I think you had gotten a raise and then you were making more than I was, and I was like, "Fuck yes!"
Yeah.
I
just think you should be celebrating the accomplishments of your partner, no matter what they are.
Yeah, and who cares? You got more money coming in. Like,
plus, like, doesn't it make you like? Wouldn't it make you feel like kind of like a like?
Like my wife is a badass?
Yeah. Like, I married this badass woman who's out there making this cash. Like, I don't understand why anybody would feel emasculated by it. I think it's like a...
I won't say that I don't understand people that would feel emasculated by it. Like, I can 100% see how that would be the case for some people. But if that is the case, how is that any fault of your partner? Like, they've obviously worked hard and got a better job.
Why would you feel emasculated by it, though? Just because like a
I think it's
societal
just-
expectation that you provide?
I think it's mainly that. It's like, you're like, okay, well, the husband goes out and provides for the family. It's like, motherfucker, like how many families are out there in today's time where only one person works, brings in all the money?
Yeah, I don't know many people who are in that position.
It is incredibly difficult in today's time.
Yeah, the people that I do know in that position struggle.
Yeah. And I mean, is it possible? Yes.
Yeah.
But like one person has to be making a ton of money to be able to do that because everything is overly expensive right now. So, but I do understand like the societal pressure of like, it's like, you're a man, like take care of your family. It's like, well, like we're a team.
Yeah.
And we take care of our team.
Exactly.
Like whether it's you and a partner, or if you have kids, or if you have a dog that sucks up all of your money.
Sounds familiar.
Yes, it does. So I mean, part of me understands it from a societal point of view, but I feel like that's pretty archaic at this point.
You got to get over it. It's 2020.
Yeah, yeah.
Ladies, make that money.
Seriously, make more than your man.
Make more than your man.
100%.
Make his ass stay at home with the kids.
It is
It's 2020. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, stay-at-home dads. It's fine.
Go out there.
Do it.
Get it, fellas. Raise those babies.
That's right. Raise them better than your wife.
Oh, wait.
Oh. Sorry.
Too far.
Sorry. Reeling it back in. What's next?
Last question. Go for it, babe.
Is it okay to lend people money?
I don't think it's okay to lend people money. I think it's okay to help people out if they are in a time of need, but you should not expect to get that money back.
I think it's okay to lend people money if you charge interest.
The Bank of Phil.
Hey, everybody's out to make $1.
Yeah, I think that if you give someone money, you're giving it to them. You should not expect it back. If they give it back to you, great. But lending people money hurts relationships.
Yeah. And, well, to a certain degree. I think... How do I want to say this?
And I think lending people money without your partner knowing is a definite no.
That's 100% a no. Like
you have to have a conversation with them.
Yeah, you can't
be upset with them if they don't want to do it.
Yeah, and this we have had that conversation before.
Yeah,
and thankfully it's never been anything that's like a huge thing. It's like this person asked me for for $5,000 because they need it. Like we've never had that discussion because the answer is always no. Like
we don't have $5,000 to give anybody.
Yeah,
I mean, we don't have $5,000 that's not accounted for.
Yes, be specific and tell people how much money we make. But again, I think it does boil down to just the words that you're using, like lending people money as opposed to giving people money are two different things. Like if you want to give somebody $100 because they need to do whatever, don't expect it back.
Right, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, but if you get it back, great.
Right.
And in my case, I would get $110 back. 10% interest in this bitch. Like I'm doing something nice for you, you do something nice for me.
Okay.
And get an extra 10 out of it.
I just don't think it's good for anybody to be lending money. I think it's okay if you want to gift someone money. I think it's okay if you want to help them out without any expectations back.
And I think part of it too, and this might be divulging a little bit too much, but in my family's case, there have been times where, it's like my family will be like, okay, we'll help you pay for this. And then it's like, okay, I'm on a monthly plan to pay back money.
Well, I think a lot of people end up in that situation.
Yeah. So, I mean, in all language, I mean, that's technically still a loan. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that's
just
a little bit...
generally, though, I don't as a rule of thumb, I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay.
I don't. He says, as though this is news.
I just hope my parents aren't listening.
Quit loaning him money.
Spoiled white boy. That's me. Sorry.
And I think a parental situation is different.
Yeah,
but like from like if you had a buddy who asked you like, I just need to borrow a couple $100, I've hit a rough patch. It would be a conversation that we would have, and if we did lend the $200, I'd be like, we're not getting it back.
Yeah, and if you do, pleasant surprise.
Right.
But so I think the whole lending people money language to it is a little misleading.
I don't think it's misleading. I just think some people are okay with lending money and being like, pay me back.
They'll pay me back.
Yeah, right. And I don't think you should expect it.
Yeah.
Neither a borrower nor a lender be.
It's a good way to go about life, I think.
Yep, exactly. That's all I got.
I think that's all I got. Talking about money is
exhausting.
It really is, and I feel like that's why most people get into financial troubles, is because they actually don't have conversations about money.
Conversations about money.
Yes.
Save money before you get married too.
Oh my God, yes.
If I could give young people, the youths, one piece of advice, it's to build up a good savings account before you get married.
And then elope and not spend any of that money.
Exactly.
Just don't fucking waste your money. It's so expensive. It's so much money. Why is it so much money?
Because they can make it so much money.
Because they can make it so much. So don't spend it.
It's just like baby stuff.
Change the system.
Change the system, yeah.
Fuck them. Like,
I said buck.
No, fuck them.
Okay. All right. Well...
Fuck the wedding system. We're already married. Don't matter. Everybody else, save your money.
Yeah, save your money. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Follow us at 3 Rings Pod, at THREE Rings Pod on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And be nice to each other. It's hard times out there.
Yeah. Go listen to past episodes. You're stuck at home. You got time.
What else are you going to do?
You can do it.
What else are you going to do?
Yeah. And then let us know who is winning all the arguments. It's me. I'm winning.
I can hear you.
I'm winning.
You can believe that. It's hot in here. Let's go.
I believe facts.
Okay. All right.
Ooh, we leaving.
What?
We leaving.
Bye.